What's going on, everybody? KCam here, and this is a gameplay. Before I start talking about what I want to talk about, this is just a gameplay that I got a while back with Maniac, and we were playing with viewers, so it's just a pub. He ends up leaving, Nitro ends up joining, and I think Nitro's on my team. I don't know. He might be on the other team, but I'm not 100% sure. But anyways, I end up choking a 60 bomb, and I still play the objective. We end up losing, so that kind of sucks, but it's whatever because it's a pub. But anyways, there's a lot of roster mania going on, and what I'm going to talk about today is just pretty much a lot of the things that are happening to SSK. That a lot of things have been happening over the last couple of months, and a lot of things are happening in the next year or so with SSK. A lot of changes are happening, and so I just kind of want to keep you guys informed for anyone that cares. I'm not trying to sound sympathetic or anything. I mean, I'm just saying if anybody really cares that. I mean, either way, it's just fun to make these videos. So I'm going to start off by saying that Maniac has retired from competitive Call of Duty. He had 3 reasons, and they were all pretty understandable, or at least at the time they were understandable. So I'm going to talk about those. His first reason was that he just couldn't stand Ghost anymore, and I don't really blame him for that at all. Ghost is frustrating, all the online BS that happens. Luckily, I got to play that at a LAN. He did not. When I played it at a LAN, I enjoyed it 20 times more. It was probably like the greatest experience of my entire time playing Call of Duty. Just playing at that 2v2 LAN was probably the greatest experience I've ever had. Even though it was Ghost, I mean, I just find the game is 20 times more enjoyable at a LAN, no matter what. So unfortunately, I mean, I can see that frustrating a lot of people, but I don't know if that means he's gonna come back for AW. I think he is. I think he's planning on it, but I don't know if he's planning on doing it with SSK because he's got a PS4, which his second thing was that he won't be able to buy an Xbox One, and his reasoning for that was because SSK is planning on switching to Xbox One on Christmas Day. I've already got my Xbox One. I'm getting Advanced Warfare on day 0. Huntsman and Nitro are getting their Xbox Ones and Advanced Warfare on Christmas Day. So that's our timetable for us 3. And he didn't think he was going to be able to get an Xbox One in time or Advanced Warfare. And that's kind of sketchy to me because he said that he was going to, or he said that any money he got from Christmas or any money he made from work was going towards his PS4. I mean, not really all his money from work and stuff, but you get the point. Like, he was going to try and save up for a PS4, and that he was going to have so much troubles buying it because he was just at a lack of money. He had to fix his car, and all his friends had PS4, so once he gets the amount of money for Christmas, he's going to try and buy a PS4. Well, the sketchy thing about it is that he actually has a PS4, and he got it back in probably early October. So, I mean, it was like a month ago, but it was like mid-September when he quit. So, it was only a couple of weeks after he quit competitive Call of Duty. So, I don't know, I find it kind of sketchy. So, I didn't really find it sketchy at first, but I just thought, wow, he actually like gained up the money to save, or he actually got the money to get a PS4. Maybe that means he's getting an Xbox One for Christmas, and then he's going to end up getting Advanced Warfare, and he's going to be back on SSK. I don't know if that's his plan. It could very well be. I don't think he wants an Xbox One, though. I think he's against getting an Xbox One right now, which he should have just told me in the first place if that was true. But then I kind of told Huntsman about it, and he thought he was sketching. So I don't know. I'm not gonna judge him on that. I mean, it could be him sketching, or it could be just the fact that he ended up coming up with the money and he got his car repaired for a cheap price, or who knows the case. I haven't talked to him in a couple of weeks or so. But yeah, and then his third reason was just not having enough time to play. I mean, at the beginning of school, this was a real struggle because when he was still on the team, it was like about a couple weeks after school started, he started not to get on. And it ended up getting up to be like about, I think, 14 days before he officially announced to me that he was going to be quitting competitive Call of Duty. And, we were all getting frustrated and we were getting upset that he wasn't getting on and we weren't able to play as a team and we weren't able to practice because we were planning on playing in LANs the next year. And, I mean, that kind of sucks because we were planning all this stuff. We had such a great team. I don't know if I mentioned it this time, but because I've recorded this video multiple times and failed. But Maniac and I, we were third on the doubles ladder back during the summer. And then as a team ladder, we were competing with number 10 on the team ladder. So we were a really successful team, which is why I think he shouldn't have left. I don't think he should have retired. I think it was a stupid decision on his part. Because, easily we could have just waited longer. We didn't have to switch to Xbox One right on Christmas, and he was acting like he was holding us back, and that really wasn't the case. I mean, we were willing to wait as long as he needed to just get his Xbox One because, as a team, we enjoyed teaming together, all four of us. We enjoyed the team. We had great team chemistry. Everything was there. Our communication, we don't even have to communicate for bait and switches, and it was just really nice. So the day that he decided to quit, I felt pretty crappy. I kind of felt like I wasn't. I don't know. I just felt like there was not really a return from that because we were at such a high point. So it's kind of tough. I'm trying to talk to him. I don't know what noise I just make there. I was like, but I'm trying to talk to him about possibly returning. I wouldn't doubt it that Maniac ends up returning to competitive Call of Duty, but I don't know if he ends up buying an Xbox One, getting Advanced Warfare. But if he did, I think he would know that SSK would be here, and I'd hopefully he'd join up with SSK again. I'm still looking positively at that. I think that we'll end up teaming up sometime in the future, whether it be on SSK or under an org, because we do plan on getting an organization in the next year. We're planning on just scrolling through a bunch of orgs offering us contracts, and we're going to play for them. And now you guys might be saying, well, you're a no-name. Who'd want to sign you? That may be true, but we plan on grinding out AW and just becoming as the best we can be. We plan on, just like any pro, we plan on being the best that we can be. We plan on really coming together as a team, and we were planning on doing that with Maniac, but the only problem is that, just him not being able to get on all that time was kind of like demolishing chemistry. So when he did get on one time and we hadn't played in like 9 days as a team, we weren't playing as well. And so our teammate chemistry just really wasn't there, and that's what you need to win matches. So it's mainly communication and team chemistry to win matches. Gun skill obviously helps, and smarts obviously helps, but I think that team chemistry and communication are probably the deciding factor in just any kind of match. Whether it's like if you go in a pub and you've got 6 people that are fully communicating, and then you've got 6 pub stars, like you've got just Ali A and all those people on a team, I guarantee you that the 6 people that are communicating and playing it smart are going to get the win rather than Ali T. Martin just playing it like with pubs mentality. So, it's pretty tough because it takes a while to build up that team chemistry, and we teamed with Maniac since July 7th, and so that's like about 2.5 months we ended up teaming with him, and the amount that we played when he was on the team was a lot. We were playing like up to like 6-10 hours a day even during the summer. It was insane. And then during school we only ended up playing like 2 hours a night because Nitro would normally get on at 8 and then we'd play until 10:30 when everybody decided to get off because we have school the next day. Maniac is a junior and Huntsman, Nitro, and I are all sophomores, which is understandable for Maniac not to have time too, because he also has to look at he's got to look at colleges that he's going to in 2 years. I think all juniors have to take the ACT. I know at my school they do. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's like that everywhere else, but I could be wrong. And then he's also got work on top of that. So it was pretty tough for him. We were planning as a team on getting into wagers and tournaments because we could easily, I'm not going to say easily, but we could win those. Like, we were a good team. We were good enough to consider ourselves like an amateur team. Unfortunately, that's all I have to talk about. I'm probably going to make a part 2 announcing the future of SSK. This is just telling you guys about Maniac retiring. I'll have another video coming out tomorrow about the future of SSK. Stay tuned, guys. Thank you for watching. Use the Cinch code KCAM for 10% off a purchase of any Cinch appliance or any Cinch product, and I will see you guys all later. Goodbye.